So I just pressed recording, and that's where we pick a theme for the day. It's the Be the Light meditation. And the reason we do these is that because we signed up for an amazing transitional job from an old vibrational field and thoughts and way of behaving, and beginning to open up the curtains and see that the earth story as it is finishing up. And so there's a lot of confusion because we can't really see the future yet. And you know why? Because we're going to create it. We're going to create it by going absolutely still, that we can access a whole new movie screen. So Be the Light is teaching us to let go of the old movie and to very gently pull that back and to get little snippets of the future that we're able to handle and integrate and work with. And each of us, guess what? We have a slightly different piece of the whole to work with until we see it all. And I think that we are actually time sequenced so that we are not too overwhelmed, confused, and absolutely blown away with the bigger divine plan for Earth. And this is where it just gets so unimaginable, even in our own imagination. Imagine this. This is what I have heard from the highest, best teachers. Earth was created as a little gorgeous little planet, green and voluptuous, with creative ability, endless creative ability, because the beings that came here, divine beings, were granted free will to do anything and to choose. Well, man didn't realize that he could choose wrong and get in a little cul-de-sac and not really work out what he came here to do, to create more truth, beauty, goodness, and all the divine principles. So there was lots of interferences and different things and different stories. And so Earth's story got really thick and truncated with fear, which can't exist in a divine multi-universe. So our tiny little planet on the edge of all of creation is now an experiment that is being wrapped up and finished as far as free will. Rudolf Steiner said, man got it wrong. Your free will is to be creative on your path, doing what you were born to do, working with spirit. But we got separated from spirit, and all the visions and communication, we just started going like this and just referencing ourselves and what is out here, and not divine guidance, not of a very high vibration. So Earth is slated to be a showcase. Imagine, think of rotating, fractalating, brilliant, new creations through divine beings in even different form. It won't be thick like this. It won't be this physical. And believe me, since mankind first came to the earth with this gelatinous, transparent self, we have obviously changed. And of course, that is adaptation in species and evolution. But where we're going is into our light bodies. That's why I call this Be the Light. Into diaphanous beings who are working with the vibrational firmament of all. And there's no negative thoughts to block thought to creation. And that's why we need to have a lot of stair steps and checkpoints to becoming divine co-creative beings, because right now we're still referencing the past most of the time, and we would create more junk, more fear-laden junk. So we need to always look forward, have positive thoughts, because where we're going, the golden ticket to go across from the old way of limitation into freedom and co-creation is to have no fearful thought. Because imagine, fearful thought, there it is, co-creating instantaneously. We are going into a realm, and Earth is welcoming only the inhabitants with the golden ticket who have no fear, who think positive thoughts all the time. So that's why we release our thoughts, because they hold the fear, and we go into the still point, into this space, and we start seeing new potentials. And pretty soon, we're going to start seeing, as a species, those that are holding a high vibration, that Earth on the farthest edge of the multi-universe is blossoming into an aligned, brilliant spectrum of visual coloration. That even that will change. The entire spectral will be a result of divine creative beings with no fear, dancing and co-creating in collaboration on not even the same Earth surface. It's slightly different in that it's a vibrational rung around the planet. We call it a parallel reality. And that's where humans will be allowed to reside. And the rest, because of personal choice and free will choose other realities to continue their fear base and go to more schooling. So, and end up in a different school and place in the multi-universes, or maybe even a parallel reality rung of Earth. You see, I can't even see that. And a lot of this we're creating as divine species in incarnated bodies as we go together. There's no fixed outcome, because the outcome is infinite, creating together. Does that make sense? There's no more control. There's no more anchoring into the perfect future picture, because we're diaphanous and we're working together. It's like trying to stop one little harp string and get the tone and hold that. No, we're all going to be humans, a part of the harp of reality, and each of us is a string working together for harmony. We can't even imagine it from our limited mind. So before we start this meditation, to go to the still point and to pull back that curtain, I have something here for you. And this actually is a blueprint for the divine plan. I'm putting this on. I don't even know if I really need them, but I'm going to put them on here. So people say, well, can you give me just a little bit more picture? Well, there's going to be a time when each being involved in the divine plan gradually awakens to his or her identity, and a magnificent structure begins to appear within the earth plane. Remember, I said enough of us wake up and see and confirm it. There is going to be a beautiful new place to reside and work and create together. And we're going to call it a temple. It's like a stadium, creating new energy forms and formulas that ignite the dormant divine lineage in every human soul that has chosen to wake up. This structure is in the form of a temple that combines properties of both material and spiritual origins in such a way as to merge both realities together. At the appearance of this semi-material temple, most humans begin to sense and experience the emergence of the new era. New light formations and energy patterns appear in the skies everywhere, while originating in the first temple. So it's kind of like that 100th monkey thing. The first temple is going to have enough volume and movement that it ignites the grid, so that these towers and satellites around the world, everything like Christmas tree lights, will be lit up around the world. It is also in the first temple that spirit beings of the highest order, there's different names, this is Caroline Corey, different names for these beings, can appear in plain view and interact freely with the material beings on the planet. That's regular skin incarnated beings. Everyone's divine. But as I said, there's some visitors here, pretty immense consciousnesses who keep pushing the envelope for this pulling back in higher energy forms, okay? So this first semi-material structure, which possesses over 250,000 seating capacity, is first constructed at galactic headquarters and then is transported to an approximate location within the current line of the Arctic Circle of the Earth. Subsequent to the implanting of the magnificent structure, other such edifices begin to appear throughout the globe as satellite temples, so to speak, linking up at once approximately 3,300,000 beings across the entire planet to the main area of the first temple. The arrival of the first temple onto the earth plane coincides with the polar shift, marking the beginning of the new era and the emergence of a new species. A new species. Our DNA will have a little light switch going on. In this temple acts as a fueling station and funnel between worlds, allowing a new form of energy to become implanted permanently onto the earth plane at strategic positions within the new hexagonal grid. We talk about the grid a lot. The implanting of such energy alters the Earth's electromagnetic frequency range, allowing the new species to be born and sustained for the millennia to come. The arrival of the new species also corresponds with the divine sons awakening fully on the earth plane as they are themselves the carriers of the genetic encodings of the temple and the new species all at once. So your presence here is part of the spark, the ingredients. We carry the blueprint for the temples and the new species. We carry the vibrational formula within our own structural light body. I do the Be the Light meditations so that the leaders can light up their energy field and help the grid light up as we promised to do. Okay? So just take that in and know that all you have to do is to still your mind and let your body receive the light and the frequencies that you signed up for with this great enlightening, relighting, realigning moment for Earth to be in perfect alignment with the galactic core and the universal core. This is big. This is very big. So that's why we're doing more and more of these preparation meditations, and around the planet, everyone is doing them. So we'll all be in the right place at the right time. Okay, let's take a deep breath through our nose and out through our mouth. Now we've seen the bigger picture. We acknowledge our role. We acknowledge that no effort is involved. In fact, it's letting go and withdrawing effort and just being and soaking up this light and this truth without confusion from the earth-based stories, which really will just be like an old family movie that you don't even have the right VCR or movie to run anymore. It'll be so past the past. So take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set this sacred space. We put a beautiful hold-on of balance over each of our bodies. We ask to still our minds and come to a place of absolute silence. No thought, nothing. Complete quiet. We ask and intend to go to the 0 point of nothingness. Just letting go. We call in our spirit family and guides. And we open our hearts like a jewel box. And we allow the light of the Creator to shine that light of Source into our heart, which is fractalating diamonds, rubies. Of course, these are just words. It's light. It's dancing light. And go even deeper and deeper. And beyond that are small particles of pure light and potentiality. This is who you are. Fractalating, dancing light. So we ask that this essence grow. And there's no need to talk about human issues or human problems, because as this grows, all is in divine timing. All is perfect. Everything is settled in to alignment. And everything around you will be more and more in effortless alignment. All that you think and do will be directed by this light. It is wordless light, but it informs. It informs in heart language that you will know and access, embody, and decipher your truth, your best actions, simply by residing right here in the middle of this fractalating, colorful, beautiful heart space. All that you are pivots in this specific point of beingness. Just dropping in the bottom of your toes up to the top of your head. And all is well. So just hold that and take a deep breath. And just let it seep out into all of your tissues, into your feet, into your toes, and all around you. Let it swirl until you have a beautiful bubble of light all through you and radiating out. And just hold that for this moment. Every cell is soaking this up. And it doesn't matter what is happening outside of yourself. Or you are here and you are sensing this movement is just synchronized and pulsing. And with every breath, it's giving you more life, more a sense of centeredness, higher purpose. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says or do that, or what they do, that they are referencing the old story. And you're holding forgiveness and compassion in every moment, and appreciation for how far you've come, and excitement and appreciation for what is to come. But the bigger part, the celebration, that pivoting of complete alignment of the all that is, so there's no outer world that's different than your inner world. We all sync up in brilliant majesty as divine beings, creating with the Creator and all the interdimensional beings who are full of goodness, truth, beauty, love. We can learn more, travel more, see more, create more. Endless joy. So, take a nice deep breath. It is November 25th, 2020. And on this day, we are choosing to release all old stories because we know what they can create. We know the outcomes of fear-based. We've seen it up close. And we are choosing something different. No matter what remains to play out on the earth plane, there's always more to be expressed in the old stories, but it's not our story. We are claiming and owning our birthright to be these pivotal transitional agents of pure light. We do not need to entertain any negative thought. There is no place for it in our beingness, in the game that we're playing. There's the deck of cards we're using. There's no negative, scary cards. We are witnessing, allowing, and referencing this place of pure love in our heart all the times. Take a nice deep breath, and I keep talking different parts because I want to leave time for this to just undulate and move through and to get every part of you. Your back, the back of your neck, your toes, your shoulders, every part of you that has been separate, confused, or carrying too much and carrying the whole world and too big of a list, and letting it go. Being in this moment, more simple, more joyful, letting go. Good. Okay. So in a moment, we're going to come back and have our discussion where I turn off the recording. But for now, put a beautiful golden resilient egg around your energy field and let it hold you in, just so you feel a little more protection while all of this fulminates through you. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording and say that I'm Jan Jorgensen, Sound and Light Healing Arts, and every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock we do a meditation in this room. All right, thank you.